Once upon a time, there was a painter who loved to paint. In her workshop, she had many cans of paint of different colors spread out on the floor of her room. She had red paint, blue paint, yellow paint, green paint, purple paint, all the colors of the rainbow. Every night, before the painter went to bed, she put lids on her cans of paint so they wouldn't dry out. But one night, she was so sleepy that she forgot to put the lids on. And who should sneak into the room that very night but some mischievous little elves from their hiding places? Well, when the elves saw the cans of paint, they were excited. Each elf went over to a can of paint and stuck one hand in it. They pulled out their hands to look. They were beautiful. Next, the elves stuck their heads in the paint. They got paint all over their hair. Then they stuck their elbows in the paint. They sat down in the paint and wiggled their bottoms. Last of all, each elf jumped right into a can of paint and got paint all over its body. Then the elves had a wonderful idea. Let's paint the room and surprise the painter when she wakes up. So they jumped right out of the cans and began skating straight pathways all over the room like stripes. They ran in curved pathways, painting little S's or snakes on the floor. They went in zigzag pathways, making lightning designs with their feet. Then the elves got right down on the floor and began to slither paint all over the floor with their tummies, and then on their backs, and even their sides. They scooted designs with their bottoms. They painted polka dots with their elbows and knees. Hey, we almost forgot to paint the ceiling, said the elves. So they leapt high in the air, flicking paint onto the ceiling with their fingers. Soon the morning sun began to come up, and all the elves hurried back to their hiding places. When the painter woke up and came into her workshop, she couldn't believe her eyes. There were straight, curved, and zigzag designs all over the floor. There were even polka dots on the ceiling. Those naughty little elves, she said. They came into my workshop and used my paint without asking my permission. I'm going to teach them a lesson. So she emptied out all the cans of paint, and rather than filling them with paint, she put sticky glue in every single can. Well, the next night when the painter was asleep, who should sneak into the room again but those naughty little elves? They went right up to the cans of paint, and without even looking, they stuck their hands in the cans of paint. Their hands were stuck in the glue. They swung the paint cans from side to side, but they wouldn't come off. So they each stuck a foot in the can to help pull it off. But now their feet were stuck too. The poor elves had to hop around the room on one foot. Just then, the painter walked into her workshop and caught the elves red-handed. You naughty elves, you came into my workshop and used my paint without asking me first. But if you show me that you're sorry, I'll pull you out of the glue. So one by one, she pulled each elf out of its can. Then all the elves went back to their hiding place. And do you know those elves never used the painter's paint without asking again, ever again?